Hey, you had one of the greatest moments in 2010. Like I said, when Kobe trusted you with that ball and you knocked down the shot, and you had it at the end of the game in the press conference saying, Kobe trusted, he passed me the ball. He trusted me. That's one of the biggest moments in NBA history, dog. So that's cemented.
Big shot Bob, like when you with the Lakers, you got to just be ready because he played with Kobe and Shaq. So, I had to just spot him. And you played with the dream and, you was a star, but then you had to change your mindset, huh? So I had to just spot up and just be ready, man. I had to just be ready.
This is one thing I tell people out there. I don't think you understand how hard it is when you're not the primary ball handler, the primary shooter, and all of a sudden you got to sit there. Oh, I'm going to get a shot. No, I didn't get it. Oh, I'm going to get a shot. And then all of a sudden, 10, 15 possessions go by. Oh, we need a big shot. Boom, knock it down for us. And it's a lot of pressure on you, but you also got to understand is like, you don't have that rhythm like the stars do. So if you're able to knock down that shot on a consistent basis, that's a special skill set, and people don't understand that, man. And for Metta to hit that shot, for me to hit my shot, and when you sit back and you know Kobe gonna take 25 plus shots, you might get in 2 one game, 6 one game, 12 the next game. So it's hard, but you got to be, it boils down to the mental. If you can mentally stay focused and stay ready, you be in that moment, and you can go down and Lake or Lore, right? Be hard. Yes, sir. If you haven't figured out, B Harp's a big Laker fan.
Yeah, that's tried and true. Tried and true.
I can tell by that first question you had.
We got Lakers, right? Lakers. Well, let's talk a little bit about 2010, just because, Metta, you went through it. You had your ups and downs. You were in and out of the playoffs, like you talked about, and then finally you get that championship. Rob's experience in the league was just so different because he got put in like out of the gate. He got to be like, wait a minute, we don't win a championship every season. That's not how this works. So he didn't realize. What's it like finally getting to that moment, finally getting to hold that trophy after all those years?
For me, I was just so happy. I got one, and I said to myself, this is the biggest accomplishment I had, and I'm going to take it to the grave because it's really hard to get one, man. Every NBA player wants to win that title, wants to get that ring, and to get one. For me, that is huge. I don't know about for anybody else, but I know for me, I feel like, that's the biggest thing I've done in my life, and it makes me feel good just thinking about it sometimes. Yeah. I don't think about it every day, but at that time, I was just so happy and it was a weight off my shoulders because we've been trying to win titles, since 2004, and it's like, you never know if you're going to get that shot. You try to get home court advantage, and then you get kicked out, you get sent out the playoffs. You got to do it again. You got to do it again. You got to do it again. It's like, when is this, am I ever going to get a ring? Then you get on the Lakers, like, oh, wow, we got a real shot.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing when you step into a season and NBA players know if you have a real shot at winning a championship. And I don't think it's only been one time in my career where when we start the season off, you're like, okay, I got a real shot. And that was when I got traded to Phoenix and we started the season. I'm like, oh shit, we got a real shot at not winning the fucking game. That's how my mindset was when I got to Phoenix. And we started the whole season off 0-15. I'm like, shit, we might not win another motherfucking game.
Y'all started that year 0-15.
We were awful, dog. We set a record for
I don't even remember that.
We were awful. And for me, think about it. When you come in this season, the first 4 years, I'm battling for a championship for the first 4 years of my career. Then you go to Phoenix. I'm like, man, you guys don't even practice hard. You guys don't do shit in here, but think you're at a fucking country club. And now the culture, this culture was awful in Phoenix. This is why your asses don't win shit, because the culture is not hungry. It's not gritty. It's not grimy. And so then I get out of there and you go to LA, of course, the culture there, then the San Antonio culture there. But it's amazing how when these young guys come in the league, if the culture is bad, it teaches them the wrong thing because they're so young. They're so easy to, inspire. And if they come from a culture that's bad, their inspiration ain't the same as a culture that's gritty and grimy and they want to win. I think a lot of these players now, it ain't even about winning champs. It's about just being in the league and getting money. When I got in the league, it was about, okay, yeah, I'm in the league, but now I want to fucking win because if I win, I get money. That's how I thought.
Yeah, I agree. That's how I think I was at the tail end of that. But now the money that they're receiving now is just, it's incredible. It's just like
wild.
You could be an 8th or 9th player on the bench and literally get 12, 15 million. Like, It's just I don't even understand it.
but
It's not even-
Rob's
I don't
trying to make
understand.
this year's Lakers squad. He thinks he's older enough
I
to
know,
get on this.
You too, Matt. Me and Matt are both gonna be 14 and 15. Shit.
Dude, take your 10 and ride the bench. That's good.